Hello, freak bitches. Have you been paying attention to what's going on with Bill Nye? Scientists are all going after Bill Nye
Bill
now.
Nye, the Weimar guy?
The Weimar?
Yeah.
What's Weimar?
Weimar Germany was right before Hitler was all decadent and like everyone's, you know, just completely loose and it's culturally liberal, and he's having these dancers about talking about their vagina. It's Weimar.
That was what was ridiculous.
He's not even a scientist.
No, he's not a scientist.
He's a con man.
Isn't he an engineer?
Yeah, but he's not a climatologist.
He's not a scientist, and he's also changing his tune. There was a Steven Crowder did a bit about it, where he showed the original show that he did many years ago, where they talked about how gender is from chromosomes. There's double X, which is men, and XY, or women, and XY, which is men.
Right. And
they're establishing like what causes your gender.
Right.
And now he's completely gone off of that.
Right.
And his new thing had this woman who belonged in some fucking Venice theater group, like barking out at a poetry slam, some unbelievably god-awful song. And this motherfucker put it on Netflix on a science show about gender, and he pretended to be like a DJ in the background. Like, this is so not science.
Right.
It's so not scientific. It's insulting.
Progressivism is just Christianity without the mythology. So it's very much this kind of Christian ideal.
Well, radical progressivism.
Correct.
Which,
evangelical progressivism specifically. I don't mean someone who like believes in welfare. I mean there's this ideology that he's fallen into where it's a complete religion which is complete divorce from reality and stuff like this.
It's full left wing. I mean, I think there's great ideas in being progressive. There's some amazing ideas in terms of inclusiveness, in terms of live and let 100%. Live, letting people be whoever they want, express yourselves in any way that you see fit, as long as it's not hurting other people.
But that stuff is explicitly propaganda. It's meant to be propaganda.
What is?
His show.
His show is.
Yes. It's
Do you
not
think
like
that
these
is? I think what he's doing is licking his finger, finding out which way the wind is blowing, and giving into those people.
No, I think he's a true believer, because you have to be a true believer to put something like that out under your name and think this is a good idea.
Oh,
it's just like it's like Christian rock.
I think it's debatable. I honestly think that these people, especially a guy like him, who is experiencing life in the public eye fairly late in life, and you know, and when it comes to people that are really enthusiastic about science and really enthusiastic about these ideas that he's trying to push on his show, other than this gender thing, you're dealing with the great majority of them are liberal. Great majority. And I'm sure he encounters a tremendous amount of pressure to be inclusive, and gender is the hot topic when it comes to like weird science, as it were. Like trying to figure out like how much of this is what people feel, how much of this can be explained in genetics, how much of this can be explained with sociology, how much of it is nature, how much of it is nurture. It's a very complex stew of human beings, and we know for a fact that people vary broadly. There's a wide spectrum of human behavior and likes and needs and feelings and all sorts of weird dysmorphias. We don't know why people behave the way they behave. So for him to like boil it down to like one of the shittiest rap songs the world has ever known, it's an insult.
But I think that's my point, is that I think you have to kind of drink the Kool-Aid to be putting this out as your product. Maybe I'm less cynical than you. I don't know. That could be it.
I feel like he's been influenced by real. Well, I think the people that are super progressive are far more likely to push these ideas in a very enthusiastic way than people who are more conservative in these matters. They're not even going to approach him about this. You know, so I feel like he's just been influenced by the influencers.
Well, certainly he's getting rewarded for it. And once you get rewarded for something, your brain gets a feedback loop, and it's kind of self-validating. So that could be it.